think there's a common misconception that if it's sold to us, that it is good for us. However, in 2005, scientists found that Teflon, aka nonstick pans, were carcinogens. And they actually encouraged the FDA and other researchers to do more research before allowing more of them to be sold to the public. But here we are 20 years later, and they are still widely being used and widely being sold. Welcome to my new series, Wednesday Wellness Walks, where I share with you some tidbit of information to help improve your health and wellness. And if you're like, ma'am, excuse me, who are you and what are your qualifications? Hi, hello, my name is Melina. I'm a 28-year-old mama of two, and I have been studying health and wellness, actual health and wellness, not just random trends, for the last 5.5 years. I am also in the process of becoming a naturopathic practitioner, so in about 4 years' time, you will be able to come see me as a patient. I started on this journey because I was over a year postpartum with my oldest child and was having a really hard time losing the baby weight, was suffering severely with my mental health and physical health. My hormones were fucked up, and the doctors just wanted to prescribe me birth control and call it good, which made me want to myself. So when I started this journey, one of the first things I learned about was cookware because I love to cook. And I found out how extremely toxic non-stick cookware is. And then I fell into the trap of buying non-toxic, non-stick cookware, which is just a bunch of buzzwords basically to make you buy their product while still feeding you chemicals. So back on topic, back in 2005, yes, researchers discovered that non-stick, aka Teflon, is in fact a carcinogen. And since then we have discovered that there are some people, not only is it a carcinogen, but it also negatively impacts your thyroid gland. What does that impact? Your weight. So many people are trying to use Ozempic and other weight loss products, but are not actually taking care of their thyroid gland, the thing that regulates your weight. And non-stick, aka Teflon, is something that severely negatively impacts your thyroid gland. Not only does it impact that, but it also impacts your liver, your kidneys, your hormones. People who are suffering from infertility, this is directly linked to non-stick pans. If you are someone who suffers from PCOS or endometriosis, this is linked to non-stick pans. So my best tip or solution for this is to switch to cast iron and stainless steel. Yes, there is a learning curve involved. However, listen, it's better than the alternative. And for those of you who are like, I cannot afford to go out and buy a brand new set of pots and pans, neither can I, babe. Neither can I. That's for the wealthy. I am not. What I do instead is I thrift them. I have thrifted an entire set of pots and pans that are stainless steel. I'm like out of breath walking up this big ass hill, and at Goodwill. And I got an entire set, like 4 pots, 3 pans. In total, it cost me about $15. $15 to, yeah! Anyways, as I was saying, I thrifted all of my pots and pans from Goodwill. It took me about a month to do it. I spent about $15 on numerous pots and pans. Being healthy and taking care of your body does not have to be expensive. You do not need to go out and buy brand new products that you cannot afford. And to be completely honest, the environment does not need you to go out and buy brand new pots and pans. There is enough shit floating around for us to all continually reuse what has already been made. So happy episode 1 of Wednesday Wellness Walks. If you'd like to learn more information about Teflon and non-stick and how it negatively impacts your health, I'm going to put a link in my bio with a few different resources where you can read informational articles on this. If you found this video useful, please comment and let me know. Please follow and, like and share and save and all of the things. Okay, thanks.